Hello, do you have that one thing that you really love doing? Something that you start doing and time just passes by without even you knowing. Something you really enjoy. A lot of people call it hobbies. But right now we are going to learn how to turn these hobbies into something that is very profitable, something that brings you some cash. So continue watching. I'm not going to make this video like super long, but before you think of turning your hobby into a business, sometimes you get so scared that if I turn this into business, I might ruin the fun bit of it. So I want to give you guys some few guidelines on how to know whether your hobby is going to be profitable or how this hobby qualifies to be something that you can turn into a business. So let's begin with when to avoid turning your hobby into a business. So don't think about turning your hobby into a business if your hobby is a stress reliever. This is why. So a business takes a lot of time and takes a lot of your mental clearance. Your mind has to be clear now. So just imagine turning into something that you love, something that releases your stress into business. Guidance number 2, never turn your hobby into a business if there's no demand. For example, if you want you're interested in playing football, and in that area there are no people who want to play football, and you want to turn practice or teaching people how to play football, and in that area maybe there are no kids to teach on how to play football, so you cannot really turn that hobby, that football part of it that you really love, into business because really there's no demand. Another example, when you love knitting, you like knitting sweaters. Really, you go and start selling, or you start asking people to learn how to knit in a desert. That doesn't make sense, right? So you have to see whether your hobby has a demand or has a market, or the product that you make out of your hobby has a market, or else doesn't make sense. So by doing this, really keep that hobby to yourself. Enjoy it by yourself. Maybe it's meant to be just you. No one wants that. So take it and let it be for you. Do it for you. Something that gives you peace of mind, something that you enjoy. So make sure you really see if what you make or what you enjoy doing, other people are interested in it, or else no, you can't make a business out of a hobby that has no demand. Now, the last one is really, really important. You have to make sure that this hobby of yours can be monetized. What I'm trying to say is, can it really make money? Have you ever sat down and thought, if I'm to put this hobby out there, will it bring cash to me? For instance, there's a time I used to make my crochet work just for fun, just to I make sweaters, I make wearable items just for myself. And whenever I wear them and I move with them out. People ask for it. People get to, can you make for me this? Can you make for me that? Like, okay, if people are really asking for it, that means, I can put it out there. I can teach people. I can sell. So right now I started by selling the items, and the plan is to also train people. So yeah, you need to really consider, will my hobby bring money? Can it really be put out there to bring for me money? You can't there's some hobbies that are online. A lot of people love playing games online. Sometimes you do it for a hobby, sometimes you do it like something like something you enjoy. So for instance, when you start playing games, what comes into your mind? Can you train kids how to play games? Can you look for game items like gadgets and sell anything that is related to what you do and enjoy? Can it really be monetized? Can what you do bring money to you, or what you enjoy doing, can it really earn you something? That is very important to ask before you think of turning your hobby into a business. Okay, now it's time to talk about the juicy bit of it bringing in money. Number one, do you have the support system? Do you have people who will be there to get to buy your first items, Do you have like support system of people who will encourage you on what to sell or what to make for them? For instance, I normally give examples on what I do. I do crochet, and when I started crocheting, a lot of people really wanted what I do, what I make, and these were friends, family, and people who are close to me. So you need to look around you before even starting it. Will a good friend of mine like what I do? How do they always communicate? How do they always talk to me about what I do? Do they like what I do? Do they send positive vibes towards it? So it's very important to consider people who will be there to support you when you start up. Because when you start up something and there's a lot of negativity, trust me, even with a hobby, you can just leave it like that. So make sure you have a good support system before turning your hobby into a business. Number two, never leave your main hustle for a side hustle if you're not yet ready. For instance, sometimes we make up our mind to just quit our 9 to 5 jobs because we assume that what we enjoy doing or what we make by hand can sustain our lives. That is really not right. Now, this is very important. You might be passionate about your hobby. You can do anything to sustain your hobby. But are you passionate about business? Those are two different things. You can love your hobby like fully. For example, again, about my business, I do crochet. I have a 9 to 5 as well. But today we're going to talk about the side hustle that will bring us that, money. So in my business, I'm the accountant, I'm the designer myself, I market my products myself, I make the videos myself, I do all these things just by myself. So are you ready to sacrifice all this? Are you ready to put in all the time you need? A lot of hobbies don't really take a lot of our time to put it out there. We do it to pass time, we do it to make friends, we do it just because we are bored. So you cannot do this if you really need it to turn into business. Business needs your full attention, it needs your sacrifice. You need to sacrifice a lot. You need to sacrifice the money, you need to sacrifice the time. You even lose friends when you're running a business. So are you ready to let this hobby turn into a business and get all this sacrifice? You need to think twice because this is very crucial. Businesses are not hobbies. When you start a business, it needs you to come and run it yourself. So just like I promised you, this video is going to be very short and brief, just to make you organize yourself, to put your hobby out there, to bring you in more cash in this year. So if you've liked this video, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe, and wait for more videos as this. Thanks for watching.